Alright guys, do you like aggression? Do you like crazy players in Mechabellum? I know I do. And Sara fits the bill. This is my new favorite player. I've got a compilation of their games for you today. If you enjoy creative play and really abusing flanks, mobile beacons, redeployment, and all of the interesting unique tools that a lot of more safe and conservative players steer away from, this is your man. This player is absolutely awesome, and he's been just absolutely innovating at the top level for so long now. So I absolutely guarantee if you like that sort of playstyle, you're going to love these games. All right, that's enough blathering for me. Let's get straight into the game. Let's go. All right, guys. We're into our next game here of Mechabellum. We've got Sara playing in the bottom left, going for a speed specialist with the Hound ball start. And this is the start that honestly made me rage for a few days. I was still trying to play Arclights, and the Hounds were just wrecking me with this Hound ball start, especially with speed spec. Oh, it gets on top of you so fast, really hard to defend. But luckily for B-Man, our Chinese player, so we've got China's server, I believe, is 401. Oh, I forget all the server. 201, right? Is Asian server. Either way, Chinese player. I think Sara is like Russian or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but is from that Russian-speaking server at least. Sledgehammers are amazing against balls. Pretty good versus Hounds as well. And I've always been wondering, because I've been playing a bit of sledges lately because everyone's massing Hounds, and I've been playing like carry sledges and stuff. I was wondering, do you go vertical or horizontal? If we click on these sledges though, these aren't really super carry sledges. They've got armor, they have field maintenance. Yeah, they've got range and mech rage, but they don't have EMP or armor piercing shells, any of like the full carry sledge upgrades. So I imagine it's just a few sledges to help slow down the advance. And otherwise, it also looks like a massive commitment to Hounds for B-Man. We are in the dog meta, remember, guys. This is a meta where dogs are everywhere. Everyone's making Hounds all day, every day. Unfortunately here for Sara doesn't have much chaff clear on this side. All the Hounds are over there right now, so these balls are really struggling. But the early paralyze is absolutely beautiful. And these two Hounds are still doing a pretty good job of clearing up the crawlers. So the balls are going to advance, and I would imagine the balls win the first turn. You're kind of meant to win the first turn, I would argue, when you start with balls. Keep in mind, with Rhino spec, B-Man will get a level 2 Rhino 300 supply value on round 4, which you can just sell against a ball start. Often you'll put it in a corner against a ball player if they're on the front the way Sara is. So I wouldn't be surprised if on round 4, B-Man puts a Rhino in the corner and then just sells it. Or just sells it straight away if they expect Sara to counter it blindly, which is a bit of a reach, kind of expensive to blind counter both corners when you're exposed on the front, but definitely an option. There's already some crawlers in the back that would slow it down either way. Oh, mass-produced Phoenix. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a Phoenix War. So this decreases the recruitment cost from 200 to 100 for Phoenix, but it makes them 30% less hit points, 30% less damage. But I mean, if they cost as much as chaff, they still do 2,000 a shot. I mean, this is like making 2 marksmen at a time almost. It's just, but for the cost of 1, it's so good. So getting a handful of these is great. A lot of people don't upgrade their mass-produced Phoenix. They just get 3 or 4 squads and then just continue doing other normal stuff. But this is going to change the flow of this game massively. And I would say it probably favors whoever has more small units, which it's about even right now. Only 1 crawler squad in the north, but I mean, Hounds are going to clear up those small units either way. These Phoenix on the left doing pretty good damage for now, but they're very exposed. Oh, look at the flanking Phoenix in the top right, though. They come in for an early tower snipe. I still think you're going to lose these Phoenix, though, because the sledges are tanking really, really nicely. I don't know why you would ever vertically place the sledges because of the steel balls. If you put your sledges in a flat line, the steel balls are more likely to track on to separate sledgehammers and just destroy the whole squad. But if you put them vertical, the steel balls, if you're both front on, which they're not, so we're not really seeing it work out in this scenario. But if they'd set up front on, what would happen is the steel balls would run up, they'd all lock onto different sledgehammers and kill the sledgehammer squad super hard. But with this layout, if they come front on, the steel balls will all lock onto one sledge, kill it, then they have to lock on another, and they have to keep charging their attack up each time, which really hurts them. Now, Sara's going to go for the level 3 Fire Badger. Incredibly tanky unit. 3, 15, 16,000 hit point little flame tanks. The Raiden. People are telling me apparently it's meant to be Japanese pronunciation. Apparently it's Raiden. I'm probably going to keep calling it the Raiden, guys, because that's how it's spelt, and that's how I've heard most people call it. But yeah, if you're a weeb and you guys want to force your weeb culture on us, keep complaining in the comments. If enough people do, who knows, maybe at some point I'll listen. Probably not, though. No promises. We're just going to kind of rage bait engagement farm a little bit, okay, guys? Hope you don't mind that. Jump drive on the mass-produced Phoenix, guys, for B-Man. What the hell? And look at this commitment to the corner, by the way. Hounds, crawlers to cover those Phoenix. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Fire badges on the front there. Typhoon goes down. Level 2 Typhoon. Wow. Okay, so we're going to go level 2 Typhoon is B-Man. B-Man is going to get that Rhino next turn as well. Not really any good positions to put the Rhino. Maybe on the left, you could put the Rhino and go for that left tower next turn. But for now, Missile's just going to hit a single Hound squad. You could argue it's a bit of a wasted missile there. The Typhoon's trying to defend, but those Fire Badges are going to tank it really nicely. You can see that corner does get cleaned up pretty damn well. And as we go back to a bit more of an expansive view, you can see the left side crumbles. Those Phoenix do nothing. And you get the first Paralyzed. The question is, can Sara actually get enough damage off that Paralyzed to wrap this up? Because you've got Phoenix coming in from the right, Phoenix coming in from the left, and this tower timing, yes, it's upgraded. It's going to be 2 seconds less Paralyzed. It all comes down, if you can kill these Phoenix, it's good, but look at the turn speed. Oh no, these Phoenix from the corner are killing all of Sara's Phoenix. That's tragic. All the Phoenix go down, and the Paralyze is perfectly timed. So they're all getting wrecked while Paralyzed. Yes, they break out of it. But I'd say a pretty damn good turn for B-Man. B-Man setting up a very nice defensive setup. Ooh. All right, Firebat's going to go down. Chat says Raiden would be technically correct, but Raiden is how I'll always say it. Blame Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I mean, they spelt it wrong for English, didn't they? Improved Firepower comes down for Sara. Okay, we going Stangies? What are we going for, Sara? Improved Overlord is actually a banger card. I don't think this is the right board for it necessarily. And they are so expensive. That's a super late game card. Both are going to go Improved Firepower. The Rhino does come down. Improved Firepower on the Fire Badger. Ah! I didn't think about that. But yeah, these Fire Badgers will just basically one-shot the Fangs now and kill the Typhoons and whatnot very quickly. Chat saying bro's about to get factoried. Oh, I don't think it's time for a factory just yet. But definitely there is a potential, man. Oh, I don't know. I don't know where the players go from it. We are seeing some upgrades to the Phoenix, by the way. Upgrades to these Phoenix, these mass-produced ones. You're still paying 100 to upgrade, but you're not getting as many stats as you do with a normal Phoenix. So I gotta say, it feels a little bit awkward. I'm not sure about the jump drive, personally, guys. It feels a little weird, but I guess you can just reposition these Phoenix where they're needed. Now, it's kind of a bummer for Sara. These Phoenix are doing nothing. I don't know why they're down there. I guess we were thinking about committing to the left side and we changed our mind. But they're really not doing much. These crawlers in the back. Oh, killer crawlers for B-Man is going to waste so much time of those Phoenix. So they're going to arrive really late. And oil comes down as well. Oh, this is some really slick moves. Now you're going to see Sara's committing more and more to the flank, trying to win that side. But the Wasps are going to counter everything. There's only 2 Phoenix to kill the Wasps. So this is kind of crazy, guys. The crawlers in the back actually got moved. Ended up not committing to the crawlers in the back corner, which is interesting. And here we go, guys. The small units win the top right for Sara. B-Man's Wasps are killing a lot of stuff, though. Will they actually kill the Phoenix? Tower's going to go down. Beautiful tower snipe timing. This is actually a much better tower snipe timing for Sara. And these level 2 balls are so tanky. Unfortunately, oh, that's actually really bad for B-Man. The oil getting set on fire this turn when the army is barely sitting in it. Just a single little chaff unit got in the oil, and Sara sets the oil on fire. Oh, B-Man's got to be triggered by that. If I was B-Man, I'd be pretty annoyed, man. I would be pretty annoyed. I'd be like, what? Come on, man. I wanted to use that oil next turn as well. These balls coming forward. It's still a pretty tight round. Looks like Sara will win this round. B-Man's still got a Phoenix, though. Actually, no. There's nothing that shoots up. The Phoenix will win, guys, so we can fast forward this one as the Phoenix basically just farm. As long as the time doesn't run out, they should kill everything that's left. You can see, they do take a while to kill the level 2 steel balls, as these are mass-produced Phoenix. Not the best kind. And you can see they're going to kill that last steel ball, and on to the next round. Alright, not too much damage. Sara just takes a little bit. B-Man stabilizing here, starting to take some little bits of life off Sara. And this is where decisions get made. Sara immediately clicks Portable Shield without even thinking about it. They don't have a lot of battlefield powers, so quick cooldowns like, You could get a mobile beacon. You know, it's free. But we'll see what B-Man goes for in a little bit. I imagine it's Portable Shield. Portable Shield has been placed on... What am I looking at right now, guys? Guys? Dude, pro gamers are amazing. I would never think to level my flank crawlers and put a portable shield on them. What the hell? But they've got effectively 1100 life. It's going to take 5 shots from these hounds to kill them. The Typhoons are going to struggle to kill them. These crawlers are legitimately hard to kill. That's actually amazing. That's going to survive like 5 shots from the hounds, because remember, the portable shield doesn't show up on the health bar. It basically doubles that. That's amazing. Wasps get the damage dealing item here, of course, for B-Man. B-Man's going to have to deal with some crawlers on the flank. I really like the placements. I still think a crawler on the flank could be very good. And oh, he's finally committing. So check this out, guys. B-Man commits to the crawlers, and next turn, he'll buy a mobile beacon, and he'll do the L crawler where he goes to the corner. And that's going to force Sara, if they don't want these units to all get distracted, to basically mobile beacon them forwards to ignore them. Otherwise, he's going to waste a lot of time following those crawlers. So this is a really nice move there to distract in the corner. Both sides doing it. Wraith in the top right, by the way, guys. There is a Wraith in the top right. Let's go zoom in on this fight. The Wraith doing pretty well. You can see those shield crawlers taking a while to die. Oh my god, they actually get straight on the tower. That's kind of crazy. The Phoenix doing pretty good against the Wraith, but the Wasps are causing them problems. And you can see that tower's going to go down, and that's going to be... Oh! He's got cockpit! The Phoenix are respawning, or at least trying to respawn here for Sara. Sara's going for cockpit. Wow, crazy move here. And actually wins that fight. You can see the Phoenix all respawning. The way cockpit works, guys, is the Phoenix will try to respawn. They can only respawn once, but they will basically float, and it takes them, I think it's 7 or 10 seconds. How long does it take? It's 12 seconds. If they're able to sit next to another Phoenix without it dying for 12 seconds, it will reform. So it allows your Phoenix, when they're spread out around the map like this, really good with mass produced, to respawn those Phoenix everywhere. And this is a massive turn for Sara, who is just collapsing through both towers, wrapping it up. And the Phoenix here really working out. Wow, the commitment to the flank is working. At this point, guys, I think B-Man has to drop a missile on those crawlers, even though it's not going to kill them. And how bad does that feel? You drop a missile on those crawlers, all it's going to do is knock the shield off them. But you might have to drop one. Or drop more Wraiths or your own chaff or something, I'm not sure. Unit cards coming down. Stormcaller, Sandworms, Phantom Rays, and Sabers. I like Sandworm because it's a meat sack. Saber for B-Man comes down. I think he immediately sells it. Yeah, he immediately sells it. Sara. Still deciding. Ooh, Wraith's going to go for the degen field, guys. The way this works is basically within 120 meters, enemy's movement speed down 40, attack reduced by 20, and they take an additional 30% damage when attacked. So that's really good against these flank positions. Wraiths in general, pretty amazing in these scenarios. And there is indeed a missile for B-Man just to take off the shields. Wasps in front to tank for the Wraith. So the Wraith plus Wasps should clean that flank up now. But I don't think that's going to be a double down. We have a Sabertooth also being taken here by Sara. Mech Rage on the Hounds. You don't see that very often. It's defensive range Hounds for B-Man up against Mech Rage, which is a much more aggressive commitment. It's going to make them shoot faster, move faster, make these Hounds advance really quickly. And we haven't seen the mobile beacon from this crawler. I do think that crawler, if it mobile beacons, will survive a long time. But it might set the missile off, since some of these crawlers will probably run into that range. Depends on how quickly the Hounds shoot. Ooh! Oh, we sold the crawlers and we put the portable shield on a Sabertooth up here. It's a 34,000 hit point Sabertooth. It's going to tank that Wraith and some of these other things very well. But I do think that missile will clear the Hounds in the back as well. Let's find out. Yep, gets 3 of them. All right, you can see those crawlers in the bottom right distracting, but only for a second. Crawlers in the top left also distracting, but only for a second. The Wraith Wasp destroys the flank. B-Man turning this in his favor. Steel Balls still don't have any techs, but they are level 3 and level 2. The Phoenix trying to now cockpit reform over here after losing that right flank. Gets the tower timing at a good time. And you know what? This commitment to the corner, it may clean up the flank, but it doesn't protect the tower, which means these units are pretty exposed. And these Phoenix are actually clearing these Wasps pretty well as well. Wow, 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 wow. That Paralyze comes in, though. Can this Wraith kill these Phoenix? If it could track onto the Phoenix, it could be really nice, but it goes down. That Phoenix will die. And the units... Oh, Assassin Ball going to the top left. Crawlers going to the bottom right. I think the Ball will kill the tower first. Neither of them are leveled up. And it looks like almost identical tower snipe timings. We've got another Phoenix reforming there. This Sabertooth, 45,000 hit points. Will it be enough? There's no chaff clear. And with no chaff clear except for this one Fire Badger, this should be a win for B-Man. Those crawlers doing the Lord's work, absorbing so much damage. We've also, by the way, got portable shield on these sledgehammers for B-Man. Didn't even notice that. So they are tanking a ton of damage, as are these crawlers, just wasting way too much time on those Phoenix. Dude, this mass-produced Phoenix game is getting messy really quickly, and it's... What's interesting about Mechabellum is it forces you to constantly adapt to unexpected circumstances, right? It really forces you to show strategic flexibility and understanding, and whilst it is more gambly than, say, a real-time strategy game like StarCraft, I would argue, it's also amazing because it's just like... It's so fascinating, the amount of flexibility that is forced by the ever-changing game environment. Oh, we're committing to the Wasps for air! Dude, look at that. Elite recruitment, movement speed, and extra squad. Wasps go range and aerial. We are looking to dominate the skies with Wasps. The best anti-air unit in the game. Problem, there's still a Typhoon there, buddy. So we have to rely on these balls getting... I think the Wasps are too far in front. I dare say these Wasps should not be as far in front because the balls need to clear the Typhoon out of the way. I worry that the Typhoon and the Wraith might kill these Wasps before they get to do much. I guess the Wraith's only 75-meter range, though. Maybe, maybe not. Nice. Paying for range and movement speed is B-Man up here. We've got a Wasp squad on the flank as well. I'm going to try to win that flank. Dude, Sara is so committed to this right side. And look at this, though. Oh, wow. Jump drive Wasps. We're going to pull our Wasps here and actually try to dive this tower. The problem is, you've committed so hard to these Wasps. They're leveled. They have jump drive. They will get wrecked in a Wasp versus Wasp fight against the range aerial. So, right now as B-Man, you are playing a game of don't let my Wasps fight their Wasps. Go around, snipe towers, kill other things. Because in the Wasp versus Wasp mirror, I'm going to get wrecked. Typhoon is mostly stuck on the Fire Badger. So that's actually really good, guys. You can see the Wasp swapping in on the top right as well. These Wasps, though, with the movement speed, my god. 29 meter a second Wasps! What in the hell? The haste module? The haste module Wasps. 29 meters a second. That is more, almost double a crawler's base move speed. What in the fudgety shitsickles? That is crazy. That's insane. But despite getting that power snipe, it doesn't matter because Sara gets the tower snipe as well, wraps up that whole flank. The aerial Wasps did a really good job, and they're going to crush the Wasp versus Wasp mirror. This paralyzed Talman coming in. Dude, I am always blown away by the way Sara plays the game. There is a reason I love watching Sara so much. By the way, Sara also has very fast units, has speed, spec, advanced power. So these Wasps, it's really a speedy arms race. These are 25 meter a second Wasps as well, without having a haste module. So Sara has realized they both have, the quicker we get on each other's towers, the quicker we get the debuff, the quicker we start to crush. Yes, win big. How you doing? Thank you. Says, I'm here for the fudgety shitsickles. There are certain times I get excited, and it's like I can't even censor myself to be PG-13, and just sounds come out of my mouth, and I go, yeah, I guess that's the sound we're making. That's the mouth word we're going to be emitting from my face hole today. And I'm down with it, guys. I am down with it. Check this out. We've got Phoenix there. So I think this flank, those Wasps are going to start crushing these Wasps pretty quickly. Assuming you can get rid of these crawlers. These crawlers are still kind of... It depends how quickly these Hounds can clear these. Because if these Wasps can start clearing these guys, I really wonder how those Wasps are going to do. Oil. Oil's back, ladies and gentlemen. Oil's back. B-Man has to win this round. Now, B-Man's Wasps are on the left side. And we're going to see what B-Man can get done. These Typhoons have aerial, by the way. So they're going to go up to 145 meter range versus air. Remember what I said about these Wasps being a bit exposed at the front? We're going to find out if that's the case or not. Because these Typhoons are going to be able to shoot them down in 0.8 of a second with a 5 meter splash AoE. Pretty fast, but Armor Rhino's here. Sold the Badger, the Fire Badger. And selling the Fire Badger means you're not going to set yourself on fire either. Oh, because he knew the oil was here. So he knew you're going to put crawlers here, so I set myself on fire. Get wrecked. You idiot. I sold my Fire Badger. Smart move for Sara. Sara is how I normally call them. And look at that Rhino. The Rhino is tanking so much damage. Ladies and gentlemen, that armor level 2 Rhino is laughing his way to the bank. Tanking for all the Wasps. These level 2 Wasps on the right side clear all the air, which means the Phoenix are all going to respawn. Wow, Sara committing so hard to her flank, baits a mad Wasp Wraith commitment to defend it, which I thought would always favor the defender. I always think, isn't flanking just weak to someone dumping things like Wraiths on you? And then you watch someone like Sara who just steadily baits an overcommitment and then he's like, oh, by the way, have you heard of aerial range wasps, you dum-dum? You can't commit to mass jump drive wasps. No way, mate. I've got the actual air dominators. I was told very early on in my Mechabellum career by my stream chat, I was like, what's the best counter to enemy air? Like, my opponents go on carry wasps. It's really hard to deal with. And they said, your own wasps are unironically the best answer. You get these 2 upgrades. God forbid you level them even more and get elite marksmen. They are an absolute annihilator of the skies. And yeah, I mean, these wasps, there was the firepower one on this one. These guys did 56,000 damage. They did massive. There was also an armor rhino there, level 2. So I think the elite recruitment rhino to get the 120 damage reduction, I mean, it tanked so much. Blocking huge amounts of the Typhoon damage, the Wraith damage, bits of the Hound damage. These 2 rhinos were genius, really smart. And I think selling the Fire Badger especially was just absolutely beautiful. Cockpit, very useful cockpit for Sara, as opposed to Jump Drive on both the Wasps, and the Phoenix for B-Man. Dude, Sara's a sicko. Sara commits to the right side, doesn't give up, keeps on committing, gives up the left side entirely, just makes it a level 3 tower, and makes it work. I think at the end of the day, if we bring this back to fundamental analysis, because I do like to try to learn myself, but also explain it for the people who are newer. If you look at this board, a really good lens, when you're confused, you're thinking about unit counters, you feel overwhelmed, one of the big things which has leveled up my play and made me understand the game a lot better is think about where the units are positioned, whether in columns or rows, and think about where they're going to go. So I do think this mobile beacon should have gone like this to distract these guys a bit longer. Would have been a nice distraction. But at the end of the day, you're only distracting a couple of squads there. A few Hounds, Balls, Phoenix, Hounds. And with the Mech Rage, these weren't being mobile beacon. Those were dying too quickly. Down here, no distraction, and there's no commitment to this side. So you've got 90% of your units committed here, right? In this arc as Sara. And if you can engage with those effectively, or even semi-effectively, before this massive commitment to the left side is able to do anything, it's going to pay off. Look, we've got a portable shield on 2 sledges that do nothing until the round's basically decided. We've got a bloody anti-interference matrix Typhoons. We've got level 3 Hounds, level 3 Phoenix, level 2 Wasps with firepower, and all of these units are basically killing a few crawler squads, 1 or 2 Hound and crawler squads, and then taking a tower. And this is why your opponent starts asymmetrical with all their units on this side. And a lot of people go, oh, I got to defend. But Sara said, you know what? I'm going to let those be wasted resources. Just put a crawler in the corner to distract you. I'm going to commit everything over here. And that's going to be really, really nice. I think B-Man probably needed to either sell out or find a way to dive this tower faster and faster. With the more defensive, slower sort of Typhoon setup, got stuck in a defensive mindset, and too many of these units were too slow to bring their force to bear. Beautiful play by Sara. All right, guys. Math is might in the bottom left side of that map. He's fought his way to the losers, lower bracket, we can say to be nice. But it's filled with losers, let's be real. The guys who've lost in the upper bracket. He's now fought his way to the deciding match to see who gets second place in Group A of Mag1 Live, him or Sara. Sara is a beast, very good aggressive player, has a mix of playstyles, but very creative player. I love the way Sara plays. Sara is really one of the highest knowledge players at committing to flanks, committing to corners, and just positionally understanding how to pull your opponent apart, but usually does play on a little bit more of a timer. Math, on the other hand, Math is might. I feel like usually has a little bit more of a long-term mindset, bit more of a macro player. Let's set up for the long term, try to get the perfect setup. And he's going to go for the Tarantula Marksman start with cost control spec. And he's up against Sara's Typhoon spec with the Ball Hound start. And I always feel like Ball Hound's pretty scary, man. Pretty scary to deal with, but maybe the Marksman can clear this. Gets a shot off there. Nicely done. I think that Tarantula goes down. Oh no, Marksman saves the day. But now the Paralyze means the ball will kill that Tarantula. These balls will run far in front of the Hounds, so they might struggle a little bit, though, with this. So even though you lose the early tower, that's always a given. Oh, Assassin Crawlers! He's like, are you serious, bro? The Marksman's shooting the Crawlers, and they get the tower snipe. That's really good. Sara, I'm a big fan of. Really big fan of both these players, but I think Sara especially has like some very interesting play styles, and I'm really curious to see what they do. The Hounds are such a good chaff clear unit right now. I've heard Tarantulas are still playable at the top level, but... And I definitely have a lot of success with Tarantulas at my level. My level ain't top, and I am yet to see a lot of Tarantula play on this patch. I'm yet to see a lot of Arclight play. It's basically, guys, we are playing Who Let the Dogs Out. We are playing Hound Wars. The Bloodhound gang is at it again. And we are about to do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. To make a very 1990s reference. Look at that, guys. Early Phoenix comes in, wants to add some single target range damage, Flyer. And that tower looking a little exposed. We're going to go for another Tarantula out to the left. Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, he redeployed the Tarantula. Ah, he's going to set up in front. Okay, he's going to just set up in front. I think you get crushed this round as Math, guys. I think Math gets destroyed this round. The question is, and look at that, redeploy for Sara to move even further forward. Yeah, you're going to get destroyed this round. And then the question is, can you reinforce this position enough to stabilize? This Tarantula, I would have gone a bit further back with that Tarantula, but because the balls were further back, he thought this was the right positioning. I normally, in this scenario, I try to go for like a sort of diagonal line from my front side on the asymmetric backwards to be just in front of the tower by the time I'm back here with my Tarantulas. Interesting to see how this works. I mean, good crawler placement and great missile. Oh, the missile saves the day. Unfortunately, the Phoenix have already tracked onto that Tarantula, so it will go down. No flanks being used except for some hounds in the bottom corner. We'll see those hounds come in from the back, but I don't know how impactful that will be. We'll find out. Marksman not being particularly effective right now. The Tarantula's doing a good job. The balls are all gone, which is great. But those hounds are going to kill the tower actually at a really nice time. And these Phoenix, as they track onto the Tarantula now, you're going to see them do big damage. Well, they were still shooting chaff that was underfoot. Oh, the Marksman actually kills the Phoenix, but another one is still alive. If only we could kill this this Marksman before the Tarantula dies, or kill the Phoenix. Gets it! Okay, Matt's going to win the round there. Really nice. Okay, Math actually holds on. I thought he was going to get crushed. Did have to spend a missile to win that turn, which is obviously a pretty big investment. It is minus 50, but Sara's going to go for the level 3 Wasps. Wow, that's a very high level Wasp squad. Melter, Arclight, or Phantom Ray. Wasps count as all of the above. I think Wasps is always the easy pick in this scenario because they counter all of the other units from the unit drop. Neither of you has anything on your board that beats Wasps. Right, and they're good against, I mean, the Fangs help against them, but essentially there's, you know, Phoenix and Marksman are both weak to Wasps. Wasps counter Melter until Multi-Melter comes out, which people don't normally want to go for. You know, Wasps for both sides. It just makes the most sense. So this is the two things you want to look about when you look at a unit drop, guys. Number one, does that unit counter, like, is there one unit that counters all the other units that are there? If so, good idea to pick it. The other thing you look at is, of course, how does it mesh with the boards? Right, if you're like, well, he's already got Farses or Mustangs, something that counters them, not a good idea. Now, we are going to go range on the Tarantulas here, guys. Let's see what goes on. Slow that one down. Rhino on the right side, going to YOLO forwards here, guys. Interesting to go for a frontline Rhino. That seems like a crazy YOLO move. It's working out pretty well. The Tarantula's going to be in trouble on this side as those balls track onto it. Marksman trying to take care of the ball, but remember, these level 1 Marksmen can't two-shot balls. And these Wasps going to come in a little bit too late to the party. A resounding victory with that Rhino on the front line, tanking very nicely. The Wasps coming in, the Paralyze at the perfect timing. Sara's aggression getting going right now. Also has a missile on the right side, which they haven't used yet. Looks like everything was too far back, stayed out of range of it for now. I think he was worried about some of these units maybe getting aggroed to the corner. Or actually, is that... Oh, that's Math's thing, guys. I didn't even realize that's Math's missile. All right, what were the options, guys? Let me just pick. Shut your eyes. Sorry, I wanted to replay what the unit drop was. And we're back. Okay, guys, so it was a skip and an efficient giant manufacturing. They both made the decision so quickly, I literally cannot see what the choices were before they click it. Sorry about that, guys. Just a problem with the interface. You can't bring that back up once the players have clicked it. If they pick in the first, like, 2 seconds, you just can't get it back up. Efficient giant manufacturing. Maybe there's a way around it. You guys let me know if there is. So efficient giant manufacturing for Math. Math is thinking about going for Fortress. Interesting. I mean, there's only 2 squads of balls. Oh, it's to deal with the Wasps. Okay. Oh, and the Phoenix. It deals with the Phoenix and the Wasps. Okay, yeah, it's only a 200 upgrade. Oh, it still feels like an awkward commitment. If Sara sells out of this, this feels like a bad choice for Math, but also Math has to stop this train. He has to stop the aggro right now. Gets both Phoenix with one volley, and more than half of the Wasp squad as well. Oh, and the missile lands on the Hounds now as well. Okay, okay. I think he can stave this off. The balls will kill the Tarantula in the middle, though. Oh, both Tarantulas going down. Still going to lose the round. Looks like a missile, I think, went off on that side. Something happened in the top left, guys. We'll have to check. I think it was just some crawlers in the corner. Oh, there's a Wasp squad in the corner, but one Wasp survived. For Mathis, still has a Tarantula, or Math, I should say. A Tarantula, a Marksman, and a Fortress. They're going to get taken out. Gets rid of one of the balls. Gets rid of another one. Yeah, gets rid of two balls, but then, of course, the third one does take care of it. And that single Wasp up top. It's going to kill the tower a little bit too late. Shield surviving is really nice as well. Okay, this is fascinating now, because it feels like, as Sara, do you swap out, or do you put other units further forward to tank the missiles, like a Wraith or a Phantom Ray or something like that? I feel like you sell out, maybe. Offensive tactics, incendiary, smoke, and additional deployment. Both sides go incendiary. I do think smoke's normally amazing, because this is such a close-ranged kind of hand-to-hand duel already. It's hard to do. Oh, deployment moves the Phoenix away from that Fortress, so it doesn't get one shot straight away. Nicely done. And he's going to move that to the back corner, which would be fantastic if your opponent hadn't just put a Wasp squad there. Oh, that's unlucky for Sara, going into the corner where there's already Wasps waiting for you. And did those Wasps also redeploy? Yeah, those Wasps redeployed from up there to down there. And look at that, guys. A new missile gets put up as well. So they've baited a few extra missiles up there, which is good. Oh, sorry, guys. Bit of a sped up start there. Slowing it right down. Incendiary does go down. And you can see a bit of fire lands in the middle, which is actually, it's decently effective considering that got blocked. There is fire everywhere here. Wow, it's a lot of fire. A little bit on the right side, a little bit there. Huge amount there. And it's all about these balls. And they're tracking onto a Tarantula. They're tracking onto a Fortress as well. Let's go back to regular game speed. Those Wasps cleared up the Phoenix in the corner, remember. These balls are getting so much done. Do we go to level 3 balls? I think we do. I think we level these to level 3 as well. These balls, they're doing so well. And that Fortress, can it hold on? Gets the Typhoons. Wasps flew forward and actually set off another missile there as well, guys. Wow, so Sara takes a lot of damage. The anti-air forts kind of forcing Sara away from an air commitment. And now we have the choice of picking a Melter, a Wraith, a Raiden, or an Arclight. Sara goes for the Wraith. Interesting. Oh, repair Wraith. I mean, that's going to do really good at chaff clear. It's also going to tank the anti-air forts really well. It does mean you could move your Phoenix back here using your deployment module as well, because it's going to be protected by the Wraith. As long as it stays behind the Wraith is just going to absorb all the missiles, and it'll never die to anti-air missiles, not with field maintenance on. Even if both marksmen is shooting it and the anti-air missiles are hitting it, that Raven won't die. Steel balls have range. We've got range balls, guys. Range balls are coming in right now. Raiden actually comes down for Mathis Might. Good for dealing with the balls, which have been a big problem for him. He does 9,400 damage, which means it will not one-shot the balls, though. So we've got Fortress gets upgraded on this side. There are 3 Fortresses, but the anti-air barrage is not going to be that useful. High explosive for the Tarantulas makes them better at chaff clear, worse at everything else in terms of their damage. Extra 7-meter splash range, but 40% less direct damage. So they are going to be a little bit, struggle a bit more. And it's way better against like crawlers and things usually, even though they don't one-shot them. Especially if you're leveled. If you're not leveled, it's not amazing. I'm always torn about high explosive on Tarantula. I think it's usually good, and there is a lot of crawlers, so it will get good value. Raiden on that side. Extra crawlers coming in here as well. And it's going to be who clears chaff better. Obviously, the Tarantulas should do better than the Hounds. There's not that much chaff on the south side, though. You can see these anti-air barrages doing nothing to that Wraith. That Wraith does not care. Got those Wasps coming in from that back corner now as well. The level 3 range balls. Dude, the Raiden's not doing anything against them because it's not able to track on because we are losing the chaff war as Mathis. And this is what I was talking about is, so his Tarantulas are shooting steel balls and Hounds and shields a lot. They're not having the time to work on the other units. What does he do? Does he invest in Fangs? Does he invest in Crawlers? Or does he like, what's the best chaff here? Do you need to go sledgehammers, like vertical sledges or something? Because it feels like Math doesn't quite have the right composition here against Sara. And Sara is getting so much damage now. Yeah. Portable shield for Sara. Math is going to go for Improved Overlord. Go for the Hail Mary. Click 2 Overlords on the field and see if it works, maybe. I think Overlord might be a decent play here. But I think the Forts was a bit of an early overcommitment. I think was a bit worried because the snowball seemed to be building for Sara. But committing into anti-air Forts against just, you know, a Wraith and a Phoenix. Or a Wasp and a Phoenix. It felt like too much, didn't it, guys? And then staying in them and leveling them up against the enemy balls has really not worked out. I think the idea was, no, it's fine. With the Tarantulas clearing a really good chaff clear, we'll win the chaff war. My Forts will kill the balls before they can lock on. That's just not working out. The Hounds are doing pretty damn good on the chaff clear. And it's only, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Mech Rage Hound squads and a Wraith for chaff clear. But it's enough. It's winning the chaff war. And that's huge. Fangs are down here in the corner for some reason rather than Crawlers. Why not? Bit random. Yeah, I do think the Tarantula will do more damage against the Hounds. Because you'll hit like 2 or 3 units with 12 meter splash. Probably 3. Against balls, you'll probably hit 2 per attack. So overall, you do get more damage, chat's pointing out, even against medium units. Barrier goes down against steel balls. Math's Might is about to teach us that it doesn't matter if they have charge up crazy damage. Because the barrier, if it can keep these chaff alive a bit longer, it might allow us to win the chaff war. But dude, those balls locking onto the shields. They clear the barriers. Is it going to work? I mean, that Wraith does not care about your anti-air barrage. The Raiden moved into the center right side of the board. It's trying to defend, but dude, no, these forts are getting racked. Math tried something a bit special here with the fortresses. And I believe what they tried was visiting Dicktown. Let's be honest. They got hammered. The forts did not work out. It was an overcommitment a little bit too early. If more Wasps or Phoenix went down the turn when they clicked anti-air barrage, it might have worked out. But because it was too easy to pivot away from that for Sara, I think Math just got a little bit too worried there. And it turns out, guys, I really wanted to see the Tarantulas win. But it feels like Hounds are just so cheap, so flexible. Because look at this. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Tarantula squads. Actually, there's 5. There's even one here as well. So you got 5 Tarantulas. It's 1,000 supplies. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Hounds. That's 500 supplies. Half the anti-chaff investment. So I guess you could add the Wraith to that as well, though I don't think it was really that impactful. And you're still doing just fine in the anti-chaff war with those Mech Rage Hounds. So hats off to Sara. I think they just had better chaff clear for cost. And felt like that carried them pretty well. Nicely done. All right, guys, running into the next game here. And it looks like we have Math is Might going for some nice options here. I imagine Sabertooth spec gets taken. Fizz style. And Sara is going to go cost control, ball crawler. Sara up 1 game in this best of 3 now. Cost control, you know, it does hurt these units. They die a bit easier, but that extra money gives you flexibility. We'll see what Sara can bring out with it. Sledgehound Saber spec. What a surprise, guys. Sledges are really good right now. Hounds are really good. You get offered both of those units. Hard to say no. Sabertooth spec is always decent as well. Gives you a big chunky damage dealer a bit later on. Sledges also are excellent against Sara's ball addiction. Sara has an absolute obsession with ball starts. As you would if you're an aggressive player, ball crawler, ball hound, it always feels good. So it makes sense to try to be ready for that. Now, vertical sledge is going to slow down those early balls. Hounds behind it for the chaff clear. Not a bad start here for Math. Mathis Might is going to find a very, very good setup. And in general, if you're going balls, they start with sledges, you're like, this is going to be tough. We'll see how it goes. Fortress anti-air not working out in the last game. And it's going to be really interesting to see where this goes. So we've got 1 crawler to kind of distract on the left. You can see Hounds are slightly in front. The balls are going to, of course, charge in front pretty quickly, though. Just 2 Hounds for chaff clear. The chaff clear is very weak on turn 1 for Sara, but Sara is no doubt going to spread more Hounds across the front. We wonder... I think Sara will probably go Hounds here, or something like that. You know, spread some Hounds forwards. Could very well start going to a corner very early as well. And starting to kind of threaten there. And then you can, you know, if you put a Hound in the corner, maybe a Hound, you can start to kind of get your opponent to maybe overcommit to one section. And then try to commit by doubling down and overwhelming them there. The balls are going to run forwards, and you can see these vertical sledges. And that's why someone was asking earlier today, why go vertical sledges specifically so the balls often double up and triple up their lock-ons on the same targets, and they don't get to just charge up on separate boys and wreck your entire squad. Obviously, if you're vertical and they hum you from the side, it can work against you, but when you're front on like this, works out pretty well. Shotgun doggos doing what they can. Tower snipe working really well round one for Mathis, and it's an easy cleanup. Nothing too exciting this round. Mathis just says, yep, let's get that extra tower snipe. Sledge is now closing in, and with that tower snipe, you can see those hounds getting one shot. Beautiful. Alright guys, we've got Typhoon, Marksman, Fire Badger, and a Wasp. Level 3 Marksman. Level 2 Fire Badger. Wasps go down for Sara. Mathis might still thinking about it. I do feel like with his setup... I mean, there's so many things that are decent here. He's going to take the Wasps as well. Alright, Wasps are a good unit. Good unit. Puts them in the corner as well, so they can clean up the chaff and then come forward to be delayed anti-air as well, to potentially clean up enemy Wasps. I think that's a really good move. As I said, your opponent very well may go for the corners. Sara might probe the corners, see what response they can get, and already, Phoenix in the bottom left. This is the most Sara turn ever. Hounds in the bottom right, Phoenix in the bottom left. We'll click jump drive next turn if they don't get a deployment module, and then move those Phoenix back to somewhere else on the board, probably just over here. But it does make it hard to upgrade those Phoenix long term. So it's a very kind of, I'm going to try and get you to mess up here play. So far hasn't found the mark necessarily. Obviously upper game is Sara. Second Wasp squad on the bottom left. Oh, you know your opponent so well. Look at that, guys. Just one-shots the Phoenix, wrecks the Hounds, and the battle at the front has barely started. Oh, great predictive play for Math. Math is mine. It says, mate, you always play aggressive. You are obsessed with corners. You are more obsessed with corners than a camper in Counter-Strike, man. I remember back in the early 2000s, there'd just be that one guy, every CS game at the internet cafe, just finds a little corner, he just hides behind a doorway. You're like, mate, what are we doing here? There's that one guy in the PUBG lobby back in the day, a decade ago, who'd just go sit in one of those little shacks behind the doorway, just wait and hope someone walks in there. And I think, you know what? Going for those corners gets punished this time. It's usually a good play. What? Oh, intensive training Wraith. Okay. Dude, I love the pivoting. Sara is such a sicko. Goes for intensive training. There's also Orbital Bombard, which Math is might takes. It's a pretty good Orbital Bombard location. The Wasps are the prime target. Hounds and Crawlers secondary targets. It does decent damage, 2,500. So obviously it puts the balls at very low life as well. Remember, you've bought damage, you haven't bought attack yet, which means these units are still way 11% lower hit points than normal units due to cost control spec. Sara does get an extra 100 supplies per round, which is why they can do cool things like going straight up to a level 2 Wraith. But meanwhile, Math is like, I have a Saber. I have a ton of range hounds. Good luck dealing with this, buddy. Good luck dealing with this. I think intensive training should be moved up to 100 supplies rather than 50. It's so OP. It's very good. It's very, very good. A wise man once said, bombard is bombard. Sounds like a very intelligent human, guys. Sometimes I wonder what the scale is. Sometimes I wonder if my Twitch chat are people who watch that guy who splashes ice water on his face in between doing push-ups and eating stupid breakfast morning stuff and whatever else he does. Sometimes I wonder if my Twitch audience is the guys who watch that and they go, oh, ice water, and then I can be super successful businessman with muscles. You know, I do like to imagine there's actually a few people out there who are just dipping their head into a bucket of ice water every morning. Like, that's going to make me succeed at business. This is the world I want to live in, you know? Anyways, Wraith's going to crush by the looks of it, because there's just not enough anti-air. So it's at least Sara is going to slow down the advance here. I think the Wraith with its changing targets, I think it'll kill enough of the chaff that these Wasps will run in and it'll kill them all without dying. Let's see. Oh yeah, you're killing everything by the time the Wasps arrive. Easy win here. Easy win this round for Sara with the cheeky level 2 Wraith. Now the Wraith has floating artillery array, which doubles its attacks. It also has range, degen beam, and field maintenance available. His Wasps have, or her wasps? I don't know if they're a he or a she. Sara, sounds like a girl's name, but who knows? Slow down, slow down. All right, let's just slow that down, guys. We've got super heavy armor. Sara's going to put that on the Wraith. Electric, magnet, impact, shield, airdrop, and mass-produced Phoenix. I think EMP for Math. I think Mathers might drop an EMP over here to slow down the ball Wraith advance, and that Wraith is now at 67,000 hit points. It's tempting to go for a Melter this early, but you don't want to get caught overreacting too early against a player like Sara. You didn't take much damage last turn. You've got time. You can level all your Hounds, level your Sledges, even level your Wasps if you want to help clear up these corners a little bit faster. And I think you can do pretty decently here. Still just kind of having it think. Shield drop's probably good as well. Second Wraith comes in. Range has been upgraded. So it's carry Wraith from Sara. Sara has not upgraded the defense enhancement. Apparently they are a male, what do you call it? A man identifying person? I don't know. Sara identifies as being a man. Good. Okay, thank you, Twitch chat. I appreciate that. Made that more complicated than it needed to be. 4 Hounds gonna get upgraded there, and a Sledgehammer. Yeah, surely you're gonna upgrade. Math always really, you can tell, I don't think through what I'm gonna do with my supplies. I just estimate it, and then I do it, and I run out of money, and I'm 50 supplies short. You can tell Math always waits till there's like 20 seconds left. Let's go quick deploy. And then basically just does everything in like a 15-second period, and always has the exact right amount of supplies. I have a feeling the math professor might be a bit more methodical when it comes to counting the numbers than us, guys. I have a feeling. I could be, maybe I'm just jazzing him up a little bit. I think the math professor might be a little bit, maybe better at numbers than I am. I don't know. I always really liked English and history in school. Didn't like maths as much because I very quickly figured out I could just make stuff up for the kind of, you know, the humanities and the literature and all that sort of stuff. I couldn't do that in maths. Like, I felt like I could basically, in maths, you know, there's actual answers and proofs and things, and you just couldn't, you couldn't just make stuff up like you could in the other subjects, you know? History was just telling stories. English was just talking about books and stuff and made up characters. Maths was like, oh, you actually need to put in some homework and effort. I was like, oh, that's hard, man. Wraith's doing well with the range there. These Phoenix aren't going to be able to connect with these. The Phoenix are actually too far forward. I thought they were well placed, but they're actually a little too far forward here. We're going to need those Wraiths to wreck in the chaff, and the Phoenix not able to connect. These Wasps are a problem. Oh, man, those Wasps are actually really wrecking the Phoenix. And this tower on the top left, level 3 tower, if that didn't tank so long, these Phoenix would have been... If that was a level 2 tower, I actually think the Phoenix kill this Wraith. Or at least get a lot closer to it. But look at how long this takes to kill. For the amount of investment, wasting that many units, that much of their time is actually really effective. Chat saying maybe he could have gone for 8 guns instead of range. I have seen a few high-level players click it lately. Normally, range is the default first option. 8 guns is pretty cool, though. The floating artillery array. It's a very nice upgrade. All right. 600 damage, guys. 600 damage to Math is might. And Sara, up a game in this series. Terrible start to this game, but is finding a way to salvage it. Oh, enhancement module. So this is what we call the free money item, guys. You put it on the Wraith. You level it up. Then you sell it, you get your money back, which is what he did to the Saber. And then you, or you intensive train it, and you just leave it on there. That also works. Okay, that also works. We're not using this for free money. We're using this for free money by getting 2 upgrades in 1 turn because of intensive. Nice. So we've got a level 3 Wraith there, 48,000 hit points. We've got a level 2 one, 66,000 with this crazy super heavy armor. More Wraiths, Rhino, Wasps, and Crawlers on the flank. We are committing to this corner right now as Sara. Sara is going ham. And these Phoenix, like I said, they're a bit too far forward. They've got charge shot. When they do finally shoot the Wraiths, they will kill them. They do 6,000 damage a shot despite only being level 1. Question is, when will they actually shoot the Wraith? The Wraith, it kills 3 Phoenix! Oh my god, it kills 3 Phoenix in 1 volley. Oh my god, carry Wraith has this. Dude, these Phoenix, they're shooting it. No, only some of them are. Oh god, the Wraith's killing everything. Oh no! Oh no! Oh god, oh god. Okay, what does Math do, guys? Does he have to go Mustangs to clear the Wasps? I think he has to go like... I think Sara's just wrecking with these. I think you might have to go Mustangs to clear the Wasps. Sara might be getting a 2-0 here. If Math doesn't watch out. Paralyzed happens, identical timings for both sides. Oh. Oh. It's going to be tough. All right, Wraith comes forward. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Big robot boom, boom. Yeah. Yeah. Big donut boom, boom. This game, that's going to get level 3 this turn as well. Really nice. Phoenix will level up a bit. They did kill the level 3 Wraith, which is impressive. And it's going to be a melter for both sides. Wait. A melter? Are we going multi? Aren't the wasps the problem? What's going on? Who's going to upgrade the sledges on that side? For some reason, a melter's getting put there for Sara as well. They're both going melter. Are we both going diffraction? Oh my god, I don't know what's about to happen in this game, guys. Oil is very useful. Yeah, and it is. Okay, we got diffraction melter. So we got 2 diffraction melters to clear these wasps. One of the best anti-wasp clearers. So these melters are going to just track on range and diffraction. Really good in close range games. These melters are just going to try and clear all these wasps. These wasps have aerial spec. Check it out, guys. That melter on that side, why is that there? It's... Maybe he wasn't expecting the sledgehammers to get leveled up and he thought the missile would clear them. He's just using the melter as a tank drop. Wow. To help the Wraith get experience, I guess? That's crazy. The Melter Phoenix still getting overrun on the right side, though, by the looks of it. Even with the oil drop? Feels like we're getting overrun here, man. Melter's just struggling with the crawlers and everything. He'll probably set fire to this next turn. Is it worth going as a Vulcan for Mathis here? I think for Math, you might go Vulcan for next turn, because these crawlers are just wrecking you. The balls get in, they get on the Melter. The Wraith wins the left side as well. You need better chaff clear. Oh. I mean, Melter's going to do well versus the high-level Wraiths, of course, as well. But it's the chaff's the problem, and the Wraith is way better chaff clear than the Melter. If they get hit by EMP as well, chat's pointing out, those Melters are screwed. Oh, really good point. Another enhancement module for Sara. Is going to put that on the Melter over there. We're going level 3 Melter into Sell It. Oh, and then we put it on the Wasps over here for a free upgrade on the Wasps to level 2. Sara committing to the Wasps. Crazy choice. Melter goes on the left side, so you're forcing an overcommitment to the left while doubling down on the right. Oh, 8-gun! 8-gun! Ladies and gentlemen, we're going from 4-gun to 8-gun. 4-gun to 8-gun for these Wraiths. Wow, 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 wow. And okay, energy absorption module for this Melter. So this Melter has lifesteal. It's going to be super tanky, 90,000 hit points. Hard to kill here. You've got hit points and attack level 1-1. Still no level 1 hit points being upgraded for Sara. Sara doesn't care. Sara don't care. There's no proper chaff clear. Oh, yes, there is. I was saying, do we go Vulcan? And obviously, Math is like, why would I need Vulcan? I have hot dogs, mother trucker. And he's going to pour mustard and tomato sauce, or ketchup for the Americans out there, all over this army as it tries to run forward. He is going to lather this bad boy up. Oh, anti-missile? It ain't going to stop that many firebombs. Even 2 anti-missiles, I don't think can stop 4 different squads. The oil fire means the Melters should be able to lock on and kill the Wraiths. This should be, I think, a hold for Math. I think he should hold. The Wraith on the left side runs away. Missiles landing on both sides. The fire gets set off immediately. And you can see here, as the fire burns down the ground chaff, this Melter's already tracked onto. My god, how is it already tracked onto? Oh, it's got to get rid of these steel balls. It's got to get rid of these steel balls before they charge up, guys. The steel balls. Oh, no. But wait, the lifesteal. 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 Hold. Hold. Oh, my god, the absorption module. The absorption module, not enough. But the charge shot Phoenix are still there. They do a lot of damage, even though they've been getting wrecked. They haven't been leveling up the Wraith. Gives them the middle fingers and says, get out of here. Get out of here. Survives on 1 hit point. Like the Chad that it is. The Wraith finally goes down. The Melter will still end up winning the duel, because when it gets to the late stages and it's no longer... Never mind. Never mind. Level 3, super heavy armor Wraith beats the crap out of that Melter. Alright, another win for Sara. Math is getting dangerously low. Both sides take photon emission. He's going to drop that over here, as is Sara. Dude, these Wraiths are smashing it right now. Do you go Degen Aura? Do you go... I think maybe you go Degen Aura? I don't know if it's even worth it. Maybe, maybe not. We're going to go level up this melter with the enhancement module. You could always sell that, get the money back, and then do elite recruitment to make another one. It looks like for now it's just, you know, going to try and get more and more melters out here to increase the numbers of units. Is that Orbital Bombard? Orbital Bombard's going to go down again, which could be very effective, especially against the Wasps. And if you can clear these Wasps really well with Orbital, actually Orbital is game saver. Because I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4 squads of Wasps in here, not to mention the other chaff. Their units cannot be defended from Orbital Bombard. You also, with the Orbital Bombard, might get to kill these anti-missile devices. I don't know how well the fire is going to work this turn, but I think Orbital Bombard's going to be massive. Let's slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Nothing in the corners right now. Let's look at these fire. Hot dogs! Hot dogs throw their fire out. Now, does Photon protect you from burning, guys? Does it protect you from fire? I don't think it does, right? Or does it? We go, Melter's trying to defend. The Wraith's coming forward. The Wasps as well. The advance is real. These Hounds on the left side trying to help clear chaff. This Melter on the right side, it's tanking as well as it can, but it's going to be going down. It's got energy absorption, which actually cancels out the absorption module, which means you don't get both, guys. I think you only get the item, or maybe you only get the other one. Either way, it's going to be 60% more hit points and gets itself some lifesteal as well. Oh, the Melter does go down. But there's 2 more Melters and a lot of Phoenix right behind it right now. The Steel Balls and the Wraiths coming forward. The Melter's trying to defend, and even with that tower getting locked onto, the Steel Balls go down before they can take it out. That Wraith being fully locked, it's going to take out the tower, but only after it dies. And that is a really nice hold from Math is Might there. The Orbital Bombardment, though, has been used up, but it's going to be on cooldown for a while. Math has used oil. He's used Orbital Bombard. He doesn't have a spell to get him out of trouble this time. He takes the Farseers. They're going to help clear the Wasps with their splash damage. He knows he has a Wasp problem in this game. He's got to find a way to deal with it. If I were him, I'd be spamming barriers here. I would be spamming missiles. Anything to try to hold on, because you are in trouble. I also, as Sara, would be thinking about EMP, guys. We've got a Sandstorm Sandworm, which is very cool. That's going to reduce all the ground units' capabilities. And your Wraiths, that are your main carry unit, are not going to be affected. The Sandstorm Sandworm is a very cool idea. However, it's a little close to the front line. I think... Well, it'll still dip underground. It'll still dip underground to pop up on these guys, I believe, or on the shield or something like that. Right now, these Phoenix have not been leveled at all. Charge Shot Phoenix just hanging in the back. The Melter's trying to survive. Where is the EMP, guys? I mean, what do you even have that has EMP? The problem is none of these units have EMP. None of these units even have EMP available on them to deactivate these Melters. If you can EMP these Melters, it's lights out, man. But instead, we're going for more balls. More balls. Range balls coming in. Oh, man. If you could get something on this side that doesn't just die to missile, that could be good. Okay. Tons of balls that are just going to try and overwhelm, but I think multi-melter counters balls well enough. I don't know if range balls will be enough, especially not level 1 ones. It's hard to get EMP onto the Melters in the first place. Oh, man. Oh, he goes Photon as well, guys. Oh, he's got Photon on the Farseer. Of course. The Farseer drop not only deals with the Wasps, he also gets Photon, which means he's immune to EMP, even if Sara went for it. Sara didn't even go for it, probably because of the Farseer drop. The worm, you can see the worm's not burrowing. This is the problem with that worm placement. Okay, now it goes underground. It needs to pop up so it can activate a Sandstorm already. Is it close enough? Does that Sandstorm get close enough? No, it's not close enough to the Melters. Okay, that one just got its range reduced there to 70 meters, but these guys are still full range. Only one Melter got hit by the radius of the Sandstorm. That's a huge problem. These other 3 Melters are still tracking on very nicely. Farseer trying to help out, but it's struggling. Those Steel Balls, I think they're going to kill this Melter on the right side. Wraiths clearing the chaff so bloody quickly. Sandworm popping up again. A deeper Sandstorm. Remember, Sandstorm halves your range, halves your damage to the ground units. The Wraiths are unaffected. Sara coming in right now, trying desperately to overwhelm. I'm slowing it down so you guys can process a little bit of what's happening. The high-level Melter on the right side does go down. These other Melters starting to fall as well. The level 2 one with the enhancement module, it's trying to get its lifesteal off, and it's actually doing really well, but that ball cranks up the damage. Oh my gosh! And the ball will kill it. The moment it kills the Wraith, it stops lifestealing at such a high rate. The ball does manage to get through it. That level 3 ball. Remember, the balls also have split division as well. They form into crawlers when they die. You can see a couple of crawlers pop out here. I think they died to the next Farseer volley either way, and it looks like that is going to be that. Math is Might has stabilized the mass carry Melter. Now with photon synthesis, photon emission, whatever it's called, from the Farseer. I think might be unbeatable at this point and should be able to tie up the series 1-1. Elite Mustang card comes down. No one taking that. Oh, yes, we are. Both sides take Elite Mustang. Well, I guess, okay, I mean, yeah, get rid of the Wasps, right? But I'm surprised that Sara took it. I don't think Mustangs really help you with that board. Well, we're going to take him anyway. Intensive. And we paid for Elite to make level 4 Mustang pivot. Okay. But aren't they just going to die to the bombs? Okay, turns on, okay, missile interference to try to deal with the hot dogs. So he's going to try and overwhelm the left side with level 4 range stangs and hoping to beat the hot dogs, beat the melter, and get a bit of a snipey snipe. That missile should get intercepted as well. Should do. Unless they're too busy with the hound missiles, which would be crazy. Melters looking so high level. We've got 3 level 3 melters with triple upgrades. No EMP barrage because there's just too much of a spread of enemies. Let's take a look at this, guys. The missiles do get intercepted by the Mustangs. The Mustang ball on the left side. If that can break the left side, it's going to change everything. It could change the outcome of this game. If Sara can break that left side, they will be able to win. Beautiful, though. The oil fire coming in at the perfect timing here for Math is Might. And Math holding that right side. You can see the units are actually running away from the right side. Knew the oil was going to happen. Is going to try and pull back to come in for a second wave and say, hey, how about you move through the fire? You lose your whole army, and then we clean you up on the second stage of this fight. Very clever move, but you're already losing a lot of army that doesn't get caught in the mobile beacon. Saving the level 4 Wraith, saving the level 4 Steel Balls. Will it be enough? The Mustangs trying to take care of this melter on this right side, guys. All these other units have died on the right. A lot of those units will burn to death now. Moving through. The aerial Mustangs all going to burn down in that fire. This melter, dude. Oh my god, that melter solos every Mustang. Melters truly beat everything. Dude, the diffraction melter just doesn't care. It beats all the Mustangs because of its lifesteal. The Mustang's pivot does not work. And I think with that not working, this one's over. Math is Might's going to stabilize and hang on. Defensive standard play up against Sara's aggressive play. Remember, Sara had a very bad start this game. I love that they got a lot of momentum with the carry Wraith, but the Melters managed to slow it down eventually. GG, well played. Mathis ties up the series 1-1. All right. The final game to decide it all. Sara's going to go straight bang into aerial spec Arclight ball start. Okay, I'm not a big fan of aerial spec. Let's see what Sara can do with it. Math is Might has a bunch of options, and I do think he's been playing very defensive. I wonder if he takes marksman spec or cost control, because I would have thought Fire Badger is what most top players would pick because of the Hound ball start, very strong start with Fire Badger, and he does indeed go for the optimal setup. So I think that's cool, because I don't think Math always plays purely defensive, and you can see he's like, well, okay, we've got a Hound ball. Yeah, I'll set up out front. Let's go for it. You know, let's have a ball battle. I do think Sara's going to be a bit more practiced. Aggro versus aggro sort of decks. So we'll see exactly how they go. At the moment, though, like I said, you always pick the Hound usually. Interesting, though, that I didn't get to look at Sara's picks. Going for ball Arclight. Very different, very old school. Arclights, I feel like, are not great these days. I do favor Math's starting pick. Let's fast forward through this deployment phase and see what they bring out. Normally, crawlers with these two guys, you could go Fangs, or I forgot, you could just make more Hounds, of course. That's... Hound. Now, apparently, a few high-level players in chat have told me, look, even since this tournament was played, which was, I think, almost a week ago now, maybe 4 or 5 days ago, already the Hound meta has settled down a little bit. People are getting better at countering it. We're not seeing as many Hounds being massed. But like I said, this is definitely the who let the dogs out meta. And we're going to be seeing these Hounds wreck those crawlers on the right side. Let's see how they do over here. I think they're going to do pretty decently. Especially once those balls get in front of them and start tanking the Arclight. Yeah. You really want the Hounds to shoot the crawlers, though. And a few of them do change targets as that Arclight goes down. I'm always surprised at the Hound's ability to get through big units. Because I'm always thinking, oh, they're getting stuck on an Arclight at the start. And they just kill it. And I'm like, oh, okay, fair enough. You know, they're pretty decent in those corners as well. I think the Hound is... Like, Arclights in the corners can sometimes be good. Fire Badger's usually very good in the corner to distract units. But Hounds in the corners for only a 100 cost unit, especially if they level up or they get some upgrades, they're really such a low investment that's causing a lot of problems for people. So I think that's part of the advantage of the Hound, is not just their good chaff clear, they're kind of annoying to clear up, they've got some good upgrades, they've got cheap fire. You've also got the fact that they're very annoying in the corners. Now, nice win for Sara there. Actually wins with those arc lights. Holds on. Didn't think that was going to happen. But I had a better line up there, and I don't think anyone says no to improved firepower. Yes, Rhino Assault is very good, but improved firepower. Do we have a Hound that's leveled up? No. Neither side has, like, leveled up Hounds. So it is going to be the Rhino drop for Sara. Sara says, yeah, I mean, I could kill this tower, or I could even drop it back here, kill this tower. Either way, these balls are very fast, so they're going to be far enough forwards that they will not get aggroed by that Rhino drop. Math, though, more of a long-term player, says, I want that improved firepower. And is he going to think about, surely you don't go Mustangs this early? But if you get an improved firepower, you might just want to. Phoenix comes in on the front as well for Sara. Really going to be decent at clearing Hounds, amazing at clearing the balls, and it's good to start getting experience and levels with it as well. There was also a nerf to the Hound. They require 60% more experience to level now. Yeah, so is this this is post nerf though. Before this, they were like 400 experience or something. Wasn't it crazy? Like 500, 450 experience to level or something. Now they're 700. So before this, they were leveling like crazy a week ago. Before this one was played. Rhino is going to get a perfectly timed tower snipe. That section of the army is really, really bad. Yeah, 700 to get from level 1 to level 2. I think it was 500 before, which is very low. Hounds were leveling up so fast. Phoenixes win the Phoenix duel there. Sara, the Rhino drop pays off. Math is like, all right, well, you spent money on the Rhino drop. I have the damage item. This is fine. You know, this is like that thing you tell yourself. You're like, it's fine. We're not like letting an aggressive player get momentum and get like levels on their units or anything. Like it's, we're not going to take like a solid 800 damage. Like it'll be okay. And it could be okay. Don't get me wrong. It's not urgent yet, but it could be as time goes on. Are we going to put firepower on the fire badges? I think Math is might be doing that. Sandworm, Marksman, Phantom Ray, or Wasp. 4 units to pick from, guys. Which one do you take? Wasp counters all of the above. It's always Wasp, guys. You always pick the Wasp. There is no other choice. You both have Phoenix, and none of you have any other anti-air. There's no choice. Remember what we talked about before. If one unit counters the other units, you take it. And the Wasp counters the other units and counters both of their boards. It's not a hard counter, but it does help. Now, the damage item actually goes on the Phoenix, making sure that they can one-shot the balls. Okay, one-shot balls, one-shot arc lights. That could be that could be really useful. It is a bit exposed on the front, but these fire badges are going to come in as well. And they're going to try and tank a little bit, buy a bit of time, do a bit of chaff clear. We got Wasps back there. Wasps here as well. Now, this is always interesting, guys. These guys have to warp in. So I think this round, these Wasps might be able to kill everything. I'm not sure how much these guys double up on the same target, though. So they might actually lose because they're too busy killing the crawlers. I don't know if they can kill the crawler squad before the enemy Wasp squad warps in. Range goes down from Math is Might. My lord. 7 Hounds in a giant battle line. Sara, pretty committed to this left side. And that's why they're kind of winning so far. But you can imagine once this left side gets beefed up or this right side dives a bit harder, that could be big. Crawlers, balls do get distracted in the bottom right. And you can see it does look like, yeah, they kill the crawlers really fast. So you do win the bottom right side. The balls turn around and try to head back to the front. These crawlers don't get cleared in time, though, because those weren't warping in and relying on Wasps to deal with the crawler flank. Ooh, mistakes were made, ladies and gentlemen. Mistakes were made by Math is Might. And it looks like Math is Might failed to crunch those numbers correctly in this game. Ooh. I don't know, I feel like basically when you're watching a player like Math is Might, who's so solid, well-rounded, really looks to ensure the long term, it really feels like it's mathematical, it's precise. But the way Sara plays is so chaotic. It feels like there's a good dose of ayahuasca in every Sara play. I don't know about you guys, it does feel a little bit like Math is Might there, not dealing with those crawlers. Maybe 1 times 1 is actually 2 because it's called multiplication. And that's something that Sara's explained very carefully. Math is Might can feel blood dripping out the side of his ear as a maths professor listening to the absolute drivel that is derived from Terrence Howard. But despite that, Sara's just vibing with it, having some fun, taking some psychedelics. And he's like, whatever, man. I just do what I do. Goes, are these aerial wasps? Wow, 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 wow. These wasps are poorly placed. This is why you always put the wasps back 2 spaces so you can put chaff in front, right, guys? Oh, that's a problem. Over here, unless you have splash damage wasps, which you don't, you need to deal with that. You need to put a hound squad back there. You don't want to, but you're going to have to. Dude, I think Sara is in a really good spot. You got a Rhino with the healing item, which is, I guess there's no height. As long as the Phoenix don't target the Rhino, yeah, it's going to tank all these units really well. Guys, this really feels like right now you've got 2 ball squads on the wrong side of the map that are doing nothing. I think what we're seeing is Math is basically trying to turn this into a more standard situation because that's his specialty. And Sara's just like, lol, this is perfect. I can go asymmetrical. I'm the asymmetrical king. I know how to win your corner and do other things. Now, he does sell the wasps down there. AA Fortress. Ah, there's a big wasp commitment. AA Fort could be good. Where's he put it, though? You got units coming in from every corner. He's going to go missile to cover the left side. Fortress in the bottom side. He's going to try to clean up these wasps. Okay, fair enough. Does take out most of the first wasp squad, but not the whole thing, which means you got to wait for that to cool down before you kill the next squad. The Phoenix here with the damage item do take out the Rhino pretty quickly, but they are exposed. The moment this chaff's gone, those blue Phoenix on Sara's side are going to kill the Hungarian Math is Might's Phoenix. They go down. Oh, another volley gets used there, but I don't know if the Fortress Anti-Air is going to cut the mustard in this one, guys. It's a bit too slow to get its work done. It's a bit too slow. I mean, we can go more fortresses in the next turn, but this, I mean, that last volley was awful. Unfortunately, because they were already spread in an arc. That last anti-air missile, anti-air barrage, maybe the one thing which Mathis Might's putting too much faith in. Who knows? Maybe he's also just putting too much faith in the Hound. Going for range and like 17 Hound squads. Has this been a mistake? He's going to be playing against Scorpions now. Do not take the sledges. Do not take the sledges on this board. Oh no! We took the sledges against Scorpions! And an Abyss! Oh no, wait, 2 things. Abyss, awesome, cool unit. I don't know if it's good or not, but upgrade Swarm Missiles, the most useless ability ever made in Mechabellum. I have seen so many people use this ability in the last 2 weeks. I've never once looked at it and gone, that gave value. Am I crazy? You guys let me know. Maybe I'm missing something. They are so inaccurate versus, I guess if units are stationary, maybe they're good. But if the unit's moving even a little bit, they all just land where the unit was. It feels terrible to me. It feels like garbage. It's been the most clicked ability. I really do think people overrate it, but obviously we're very new to it. We'll see how it goes. It's not the most useless. Photon used to exist on the Sabertooth Pig. Okay, well that's also garbage. That may be more garbage than this, but this is pretty bad. I feel like the range is actually just better. But, you know, I mean, you kind of want it to tank, so maybe an all vertical sweep here to kill the tower might have been nice. I don't know. He's going to try and clear this line, do these fortresses. So he's not only going to tank with the Abyss, some of the anti-air missiles, but he's also going to do a line through the fortresses, which will be really nice. The oil gets set on fire. Surely the oil gets set on fire. Surely the oil gets set on fire. It does. Okay, the oil gets set on fire. The Abyss landing. Fortress does take out most of those wasps, but not. There's still one wasp that's going to tank the next anti-air missile on the bottom right. Oh, no. The Abyss not really landing its hits where it needs to. Its missiles are literally doing nothing. Oh no, did Sara throw this game by clicking the meme unit? Oh no, Sara, I want to see you continue in this tournament. You were crushing this game, but you made the most useless upgrade of all time. Oh man, let's see this next volley, guys. If the volley goes when you're paralyzed, it's tragic because it just does no damage. And that's exactly what happened, but you're not going to take too much damage because there's only a few wasps left over, so this is actually really good for Mathis Might. Wow, wow, wow. The Saber, when it used to have photon emission, it had 40-meter range. It couldn't even photon an adjacent war factory because it was such a small radius. That's funny. Well, Sara does win the round, guys, but I feel like that could have been almost a lethal round if we didn't waste money on the Abyss. I don't know, dude. We'll see how this goes. So many options for the players. It's not a super supply enhancement round. That's out of the question. This game's going to get decided in the next two to three rounds, probably 2 rounds. Mobilized battleship. Okay, so Sara says, let's call in a battleship, try and snipe his tower. It's expensive, but if he doesn't counter it, just wins me the round. Now, there are 3 factories out with that anti-air barrage. They're going to do okay at clearing the wasps. I do wonder if you just put like a Wraith here or something. Because if you put a Wraith on this flank as Sara, this wasp just never die. And they will just kill the factory and kill everything else over there as well. So that's an option. But for now, it does look like we're going to have movement speed upgrade as well as extra recruitment. We are rapid resupplying, so borrowing money and getting range as Math is Might. Rhino drop's going to go in the bottom left corner as well. which, if it's just Hounds defending, very well could kill that. So doubling up, even if the middle's covered, the left side might not be. The Rhino might get through. I do think the Abyss missile upgrade is absolute worthlessness. And I do think because of these sledges being vertical, it's actually done a really good job of making the first Abyss attacks quite bad. Whereas if the units, you know, if you can get rid of these units and the fire badges and just do a line across here, you might actually kill a lot of Hounds and a Fortress very quickly. That's the best Abyss ability. The trick is you need to have at least 3 Abyss units and then it melts the board. Oh, really? I think it's garbage. I want to see the games where it does. I have seen Abysses do well. I feel like it's their regular attack though, not the missiles. I could be wrong. Here we go, guys. Massive round to decide it all. The Abyss, it breaks shields so quickly. I don't know if those barriers were worth it, man. Shields are so good. It does block any early missiles, though. The Overlord is distracted by crawlers. Rhino's coming in from the left, which unfortunately means these Phoenix are there. The Overlord, will he get the tower, or is he going to chase the units? He needs to go for the tower. I don't think he's going to chase the tower, is he? He goes for the Phoenix. Takes out the Phoenix. Very nice Overlord cooldown. The Abyss actually getting some good damage up there. And remember, these anti-air missiles aren't going to do that great. The Phoenix on the right side with range, struggling to kill that Overlord. Overlord's killing the Phoenix. Even though it's not killing the tower, it's still doing pretty damn well. These missiles are coming out, and they are tickling some Hounds. You know, the great thing about those missiles is every time I see them land, I feel like Paralyze must have already been in effect, and I check and I go, nope, both your towers are up. It still did no damage. Interesting. You could be right, Twitch chat. Maybe it's good once you have 3 Abyss with the Swarm Missile upgrade. It really feels like such garbo when I look. Like, it looks the coolest of any missile upgrade ever in the game, but my golly, does it not hit anything. Look at this round win though for Sara, guys. Even with the Abyss, is this the first pro match with an Abyss that we've seen? Like, obviously outside of that, like in a tournament. I mean, I guess there's probably been a bunch built in the in-house tournament, but this is the first pro match that I've seen where an Abyss has been built and it's actually winning, which gets me very, very excited. This makes me happy. This makes me very joyful inside. And is that lethal? No, surely not. Surely not. No, 447 life left here, guys. Math is might. What do we do? Incendiary for Sara. EMP for Matt. Math is might. I think you got to EMP these guys, right? Surely. You got to drop that EMP over there. You're going to get incendiaried on that right side. But, I mean, these units don't die that quickly to incendiary. It's not the end of the world. The lack of Mustangs or anything to deal with these Wasps does feel bad. Vertical? Are we going vertical? Are we doing snipe? Are we going vertical? Oh my god, that looks like we're going vertical, guys. Are we going vertical? Come on. If he goes vertical and just goes for the tower snipe, that would be so hilarious. It looks like it's placed for a vertical snipe. It could just be trying to kill all 3 Hounds in one shot. I don't know, maybe. I mean, there's not much damage over here. It's only a Phoenix that could become level 2, so it's going to be hard to clean it up. Second Abyss on the right side. The Wasp still with the aerial are there. It looks like maybe skipping out on the vertical sweep this round. And indeed we are borrowing money, paying for the movement speed, not paying for range or anything like that. Meanwhile, range is being bought by Math is Might. Math is Might does have a level 2 Phoenix with a firepower. Another level 1 there with range. Another level 1 there with range. Fortresses spread across the board. Another fortress does go down. I don't think more fortresses are going to be too good here because the Abyss damage does quite a lot as it ticks over the units because they're quite fat. It goes and actually does many increments of its damage. And a lot of these missiles are going to get wasted on the Abyss itself and not really do too much. I mean, you could argue because it's so big, none of the missiles will miss. But still, 16 times 9 is what? 15,000? 14,500 damage? 14,500 damage. I guess a few volleys of that will kill the Abyss eventually. Fire comes down on the right side. Let's go. Let's slow this one down to see everything that happens. The Wasps once again survive the first volley over there. Swarm missiles everywhere. EMP does remove the abilities and the shields on that side. That Abyss, though, still relatively tanky on the right side. The Abyss on the right side has not landed many real hits, but the fire clearing the little boys, which means that Abyss could start to go do some big boy action as well. And it is so slow. This one on the right's not even EMP'd. The one on the left, though, oh, gets a good line. Gets about 5 Hounds and eradicates that barrier there. Unfortunately, now it's distracted by these balls, so watch this volley do very little. It's going to kill one ball, hits another crawler or two, doesn't really hit much else. Right side, Phoenix are getting overrun, and it looks like, there we go, Swarm missiles actually snipe the tower, so the Swarm missiles do their job. This Abyss somehow still alive. I don't know how. Let's go back to regular game speed. It's still just hitting individual crawlers on the ground like the dum-dum that it is, guys. Dude, this Abyss is doing nothing. It's doing, like, it got like 1 or 2 hits on the shields and the fortresses and killed a ton of stuff, and then it's just like hitting individual crawlers for the rest of the round. But Sara is such a god despite that. They are just tanking the missiles and and they are actually overwhelming. Goes for the Abyss. Really good when it lands on the fortresses. Good when it lands on the barriers. Really useless when it's hitting individual crawlers. I stand by what I said, guys. 46 missiles. Each one does 550 damage, which means every 15 seconds, it should be doing, if every single missile hits, that's going to do like 25,000 damage. Except none of them hit, so it does like 3,000 damage every 15 seconds for a Titan. It's a garbage unit. No, it's a garbage ability. I actually think the Abyss is pretty cool with a very niche usage, but I'm a big hater on the Swarm missiles, and I look forward to people proving me wrong. Let me know if there's any cool pro games where it happens, where it's actually really good, or you see any unique strategies. As always, I like to have opinions about this game, and I love to get proved wrong, because it means I'm expanding my knowledge of how Mechabellum works. And there's always use cases for everything, right?